we're diving into the NBA playoffs' most annoying subplot, Jalen Brunson's egregious flopping. And trust me, it was on full display in Game 2 of the Detroit Pistons versus New York Knicks. Let's talk about it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, so Game 2, April 21st, 2025, at Madison Square Garden. The Pistons are facing the Knicks, and it's a tight one. Detroit's coming off a brutal collapse in Game 1 where they gave up a 21-0 run to lose 123-112. But this time they're ready to fight, led by their all-star Cade Cunningham. Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson, the Knicks' star guard, is out here putting on an Oscar-worthy performance with his flopping. And it's driving fans and the Pistons crazy. Look, Brunson's a beast. No one's denying his talent. In Game 2, he dropped 37 points, shooting 12 of 27 from the field, 4 of 12 from 3, and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. He also had 7 assists and 2 steals. The dude's a problem, but here's the issue. Too many of those points came from flops that had piss-detailed response. Incorporating the requested elements, the Knicks took Game 1 in a wild 123-112 comeback, thanks to a 21-0 fourth quarter run sparked by none other than Jalen Brunson. But Game 2, that's where the Pistons, led by their young star Cade Cunningham, said, "Not today." Detroit pulled off a gritty 100-94 upset, snapping a 15-game playoff losing streak dating back to 2008. And while Cade was cooking, Brunson's flopping was the subplot nobody asked for. Jalen Brunson is a straight-up baller. In Game 2, he led the Knicks with 37 points, shooting 12 of 27 from the field, 4 of 12 from 3, and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. He added 7 assists, 2 steals, and was a +2 in 40 minutes. The guy's clutch, averaging 35.5 points per game through the first 2 games of this series. But here's the problem. A chunk of those points, especially at the free throw line, came from some questionable calls. Brunson's got this knack for exaggerating contact, flailing like he's been hit by a truck, and it's rubbing fans, analysts, and the Pistons the wrong way. Check this out on X. Fans were not holding back. One user straight up called it, "Cade goes strong to the hoop." Jalen Brunson flops if you breathe too close to him. Another user was hyped that the media is finally calling out Brunson's antics, saying he's the biggest flopper this season. And here's the wild part. Both Brunson and Cunningham shot 11 of 12 from the free throw line in Game 2, even though the Pistons were called for more fouls, 24-22. That's got Detroit fans screaming, "How's that fair?" Now let's give some love to Cade Cunningham, who was the real hero for the Pistons. After a rough Game 1 where he went 8 for 21 with 6 turnovers, Cade bounced back in a big way. He dropped 33 points on 11 of 21 shooting, hit 10 of 12 free throws, and pulled down 12 rebounds plus 3 assists and 2 steals in 42 minutes. The dude was a one-man wrecking crew, especially in the first half where he had 20 points to keep Detroit ahead. Cade was getting to the rim, drawing legit contact, and still outshining Brunson's theatrics. His clutch plays, combined with a huge three-pointer from Dennis Schroeder with 55 seconds left, sealed the 100-94 win and tied the series 1-1. Here's the deal. Brunson's flopping isn't new, but it's amplified in the playoffs when every call matters. The Pistons made it a point to target him defensively, setting 14 ball screens in Game 2 with Brunson as the defender, per NBA.com. They scored 1.4 points per chance when they put him in those actions, highest in the playoffs at that point. Cade was eating those matchups alive, getting clean looks at the basket. But Brunson's ability to draw fouls, sometimes with a little extra drama, kept the Knicks in it. Like there was a moment in the fourth where Amen Thompson and Tobias Harris bit on Brunson's pump fakes and Cade got called for a backcourt foul. Those are the plays where you see the flopping pay off, and it's frustrating when it overshadows a gritty game like this. It wasn't just Brunson's flopping that hurt the Knicks. Their bench got outscored 35-8 by Detroit's, and Karl Anthony Towns had a quiet night with just 10 points and no second-half buckets. The Knicks also coughed up 22 turnovers, which the Pistons turned into points. Brunson was doing everything he could to keep New York alive, but when your team shoots 42% from the field and 28.6% from 3, even 37 points from your star guard isn't enough. So what's the takeaway? Jalen Brunson's a superstar, no doubt, but the flopping, it's becoming the playoff subplot we can't ignore. It's not just about him getting calls, it's about how it shifts the game's flow and frustrates opponents like the Pistons, who are trying to make a statement with young guns like Cade Cunningham. Speaking of Cade, his 33-point, 12-rebound masterpiece in Game 2 was a reminder. Detroit's got heart, and they're not backing down. As this series heads to Detroit for Game 3, one thing's clear. The Knicks need more than Brunson's theatrics to take control, and the Pistons are ready to keep fighting. What do y'all think? Is Brunson's flopping a legit problem or just part of the game? And can Cade Cunningham keep outshining him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're Team Pistons, and subscribe to Athletic Avengers for more NBA playoff heat. We're out. Catch you in the next one. Peace.